your behaviours can have a negative impact on your team. Hey guys, it's Alex, and today we're still exploring the pillar of self-leadership. Now this is a really important one because as a leader, it's almost like everything is amplified. So when things are going great, you have a great knock-on effect to your team, but when you're under pressure or feeling negative in some way, that also is amplified in terms of the impact to your team. Think about it for a second. They're looking to you for guidance, for a supportive environment, for help, for assistance to remove roadblocks. So that's your role as a leader, remember. Now think of a few things that can manifest. So when you potentially get a big deadline or something that's really put the pressure on you from your boss, are you passing that down the line to your team? So that's increasing pressure for them. Are you pushing greater deadlines on them? Are you giving them more stuff to do? Are you yourself getting involved more in the busy work because that's how you feel that, oh, I've got a bit more control over the outcome, is to do more, go to more meetings, be on more calls, take more emails. Now, of course, all of those things have this knock-on effect downstream to your team because at the biggest level, you are less available for them because you're rushing around and you're under pressure. You're probably also less inclined to listen, you're more impatient, all those things. So this is why your behaviour is really amplified to have a negative impact on your team. So the thing here is, on one hand you might think, well, yeah, but I'm the boss, the buck stops with me, I expect my team to lift. I counter that by saying your role as the leader, remember, is to remove roadblocks, create a safe space, and support your team, which will actually get the result. So here's a few practical tips for you. And I'm going to talk to you here about the concept of triggers, because no matter what's happening at work, guaranteed something else is going on with you. It might be in work, outside work, you might just be having a day. We're humans, right? So this is why I go straight to what's triggering my stress, grumpiness, short-temperedness, whatever the case may be. So the first thing I want you to do is actually carve out some time at the end of the day or the start of the day, call it 15 minutes, and journal if you're so inclined, or even just have 10 minutes of self-reflection. And what I want you to write down is all the things that you think trigger a stress response in you. Is it a certain person? Is it a looming deadline? Is it a feeling of being unprepared going into a meeting? But I want you to write those things down. Now at the end of the week, or give yourself a few days, I want you to reflect on all the big things that have happened during the week. Have there been key meetings? Have there been key conversations, events, whatever it might be? How did you react in those? Were there examples where you were potentially stressed or short-tempered or having these negative impacts on your team? The final part of this is to then try and correlate the two. So in those moments where you were feeling stressed and under pressure and you kind of admit to yourself that you were being not the best leader, what was the underlying trigger that made you feel like that? Now, if you repeat this on a regular basis, and again, remember, we're forming habits here and applying this knowledge, what actually happens is that you start to get, you guessed it, more aware of one, the things that trigger you, two, how you react, and the minute that you start to be more aware of those, in the situation, you're far more well equipped to actually put those aside, lift yourself back up, remember that your role is the leader and that you're there for the team, and I guarantee you, you'll start to have less and less examples of where your behaviour has a negative impact on your team. Thanks for watching Trampoline on YouTube, and if you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. For great daily content and leadership insights, as well as a proven plan that will yield exponential results, be sure to download the High Performance Leadership app.